Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
To build a proper cross-border payment network, the financial services industry must move beyond what's already in place, according to Cindy Younger, the new London-based managing director for Ripple in Europe. The challenges within the present day's underlying funds and banking infrastructure are widespread and centered around outdated applied sciences which are sluggish to transact, incur excessive charges, and lack transparency, Younger mentioned. Younger can be charged with championing the enlargement of the agency's blockchain-based RippleNet community amongst European Union establishments. In a current interview, Younger mentioned how distributed ledgers can assist banks to overcome legacy cost processing, the potential for open banking in Europe and elsewhere to broaden quicker funds and liquidity for small companies, and why she thinks banks that do not have a method for crypto are in bother. Banks should undertake new approaches to remain related and sustain with competitors, similar to adopting blockchain and digital property, Younger mentioned. It's clear we've hit an inflection level within the monetary company's business. The businesses that aren't desirous are adopting some sort of crypto technique will inevitably be left behind. Ripple is broadly recognized for the XRP token, which has been topic of dispute between the Silicon Valley firm and the Securities and Trade Fee over how the cryptocurrency ought to be regulated. Ripple has moreover constructed a profitable enterprise in utilizing XRP's underlying blockchain expertise to assist quicker cross-border funds at decreased value by eradicating the necessity for correspondent banks. Initially, banks seen Ripple's community as a risk. However, in recent times, Ripple has added bank partnerships, profitable enterprise from banks keen to enhance e-commerce expertise. RippleNet began out with a give attention to remittances. As a result of there was vital friction that was underserved by the present monetary system for remitters, Younger mentioned. New companies for the age of open banking and embedded funds are designed to allow quicker funds and credit score for small retailers, she added. Ripple has expanded on-demand liquidity to different markets similar to Japan. Final week, Ripple opened an XRP to traditional foreign money switch hall between Japan and the Philippines. The hall hyperlinks SBI Remit, a Japanese cash switch supplier, with Cash.ph, a Philippine cellular cost service, and SBI VC Commerce. The cost rail converts conventional foreign money to XRP, after which again to conventional foreign money on the receiving finish. SBI Remit views the collaboration as an approach to unlock trapped capital and plans to attach with different companies on RippleNet to construct extra cost and monetary merchandise off the enrolled base. The cross-border product enlargement, service provider credit score, and added product diversification depend on open banking or sharing information between banks and third events similar to fund firms. When mixed with blockchain expertise, open banking can allow danger, authentication, digital invoicing, provide chain administration, and quicker processing for cross-border funds. Younger joined Ripple a couple of months in the past following 5 years at MasterCard, the place she labored on bank fintech partnerships and was most not too long ago the lead for the worldwide fintech and digital phase for the Cardboard Model's Information and Companies unit. Amongst her duties at MasterCard was serving to banks construct real-time cost rails, undertake open banking, and deploy synthetic intelligence. She plans to make use of that to assist in leading related product growth and financial institution collaboration at Ripple. Younger mentioned, in a business that's nonetheless largely utilizing infrastructure constructed earlier than the web to course of cross-border funds, this conventional mannequin not works for the fashionable world. Younger mentioned, blockchain can assist firms catch up. For instance, a cost service supplier can provoke a cost from a shopper's checking account in a rustic, such because the U.OK. By way of a software programming interface the patron authorizes, then use RippleNet to ship the funds to the Philippines in a number of seconds. The subsequent step is to make use of Europe's PSDT rules, rising requirements in different nations, and common tendencies towards financial institution fintech information sharing to broaden past funds, in accordance with Younger. Younger mentioned, open banking can assist overcome legacy messaging requirements and codecs that may differ considerably throughout nations, requiring intensive guide intervention inflicting delays and inaccuracies. Transacting throughout totally different currencies requires FX transactions and exposes events to alternate price and settlement dangers. Ripple is making these strikes as market demands will increase for cost expertise that drives partnerships between banks and third events. Whereas Ripple focuses on peer-to-peer transfers and cross-border funds for online retailers, the function of fintech financial institution partnerships and open banking can assist a lot broader monetary companies. Ripple has been making a bounce into embedded finance. Some name that banking as a service or contextual banking, mentioned Enrico Cameronelli, a senior analyst at Ike Novarica. Folks make an instance out of Uber, the place the cost is linked to the whole lot. If you wish to run a store that sells bikes, it's important to handle the shop, the provision chain, promotes bikes, and do upkeep. All of these items lead to amassing and making funds. Whereas Ripple focuses on peer-to-peer transfers and cross-border funds for online retailers, the function of fintech financial institution partnerships and open banking can assist a lot broader monetary companies. Ripple has been making a bounce into embedded finance. Some name that banking as a service or contextual banking, mentioned Enrico Cameronelli, a senior analyst at Ike Novarica. Folks make an instance out of Uber, the place the cost is linked to the whole lot. If you wish to run a store that sells bikes, it's important to handle the shop, the provision chain, promotes bikes, and do upkeep. All of these items lead to amassing and making funds. The worth of embedded funds is usually tied to giant expertise firms providing banking and associated content material by way of a cost credential, just like Apple Card, which makes use of a partnership with Goldman Sachs to problem playing cards, settle for funds, and hyperlink to banking and retail companies by way of the financial institution. Nevertheless, it's a lot broader than even that, as a cost or transaction or credential may be tied to nearly any part of an enterprise's operation, Cameronelli mentioned. The demand for expertise that comes with cost credentials or cost processing into myriad companies is pushing investment within the sector and permitting extra firms to broaden their companies. Marqeta's IPO was based mostly partly on the idea that funds should be embedded in nearly all software programs sooner or later. That's all for today. In the end, we would like to mention that this is not a channel intended specifically to provide financial advice.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.